My God. Woman, look at all the pressure you're living under trying to defend what's-his-name from his certain destiny. You're being so wasted. You ought to be running the whole Cassadine sideshow. You could take their lows to new heights.
Am I supposed to be flattered by that? I'm not. And every time you bring up that subject, it just sounds more odious every time.
Well, all right. You know, do what you have to do, and I wish you luck, as long as your plans don't include a confession or implicating me. That would be very, very disappointing.
Well, I'm content with the present plan. Speaking of which, what have you done to frame Helena for Catherine's murder, if that's really your intention?
Oh, Alexis, you doubt me?
Hello, Laura.
Hello. I didn't realize we were going to be seeing you today.
Well, I invited my uncle to join us. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment decision. Unless there's the problem.
Well, there doesn't have to be a problem, really. I only came to pay my respects to greater nobility. I, after all, am a mere count. But this little girl is an empress.
Oh, my goodness. At least, huh? Oh, Nicholas, what a beautiful picnic you prepared. Look, Leslie Lou, hot dogs.
Tube steaks.
Well, let's see what we have here. Ooh, potage de Saint-Germain, pommes frites, lovely.
You know, Nicholas, when your mother first came to the island, her idea of continental cuisine was pizza. She was a quick study of life's finer things.
I had a good teacher.
It's okay. I've actually grown quite fond of pizza myself.
Leslie Lou, what's that? Oh, look, ants. Ants are a very important part of every picnic. May I have some? They're really quite delicious.
Ooh, yucky. Ooh.
Those are so delicious. Would you like some? Would you care for one? They taste like chicken.
You should tell him he should save his appetite for lunch, don't you think?
Oh, that is excellent advice. Here you go. You know, when your big brother was your age, I used to play that game with him.
Oh, my goodness, they've started the carousel. Now we'll never get her to sit down for lunch, will we?
Well, maybe I can take her for a ride.
Okay, it's worth a try.
Come on, baby.
Poor Nicholas. He has no idea what he's getting himself into. She likes to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's at least one thing that we seem to grow out of.
Indeed. Except for our own mistakes, of course. I took the liberty of bringing you these. They're in season.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you.
I remember how you used to pick blueberries in Greece when you were lonely.
Well, considering how lonely I was back there shouldn't be a blueberry left in the country.
The island was a lonely place.
The island was a beautiful place. It was the Cassadines who were lonely and sad. And you were the loneliest of all.
Curse of the second son. Well, the Cassadines never really had a talent for family life anyway. I grew up thinking coldness was the natural condition of the human heart. It took a stranger's arrival to teach me otherwise. We had fun, you and I.
We did. I remember that night that I slipped away after the ouzo had had its usual effect on Stavros. And I ran right into that old family retainer. What was his name again?
George Papas.
Right. All right. And I backed away from him against the wall, and I was sure that I was going to be discovered. And then all of a sudden, the wall behind me swallowed me up, and a hand reached around and covered my mouth.
A necessary precaution. You might have screamed.
Yeah, I might have dropped dead from fright, too. It's funny, nobody ever noticed. But after that night, I stopped picking blueberries.
I remember everything.
Will you relax? Just cool it. Of course I'm gonna frame Helena. It's on my list of things to do. Right now I'm working on this lamp. Everything happens in its own good time, you know.
Stefan's trial has been moved up, so now is as good a time as we will get. I mean, my God, Helena's already done all the work. Now, I can prove that she's the one that left traces of Laura all over Windermere. The bench, the dress, the trunk. In fact, all of Stefan's so-called obsession was created out of whole cloth by Helena. So we'll build on that. We'll simply say she was the mother from hell that wanted to remove the unworthy Catherine from her son's life.
I like it. It works for me. But I'd like it a lot better if we had some kind of physical evidence that actually tied Helena to the unfortunate accident.
That would be where you come in. Find it, manufacture it, steal it. Just get it, and I will make sure that the DA's office stumbles over it.
You can't manufacture evidence. It's too risky. I'd rather just wait until Helena blunders and puts her fingerprints on something. She will.
Well, I don't think we can wait.
Lady, you want my help, you do it to my time frame.
Oh, all right. I'll go along with you, Luke. But don't think that you can drag your feet until it's too late for Stefan, because if I find out that you are running a con, I promise you, I will run right over you. And that lamp, it's really ugly.
She's right.
Nicholas might see.
Look at the two of them.
You raised a fine young man.
And you are raising a lovely little girl. So, this is the life we never enjoyed. The wild laughter of children. The quiet pride of watching them grow. And what's important is that we're together with our son, even if no one can know.
Hi, sweetie.
I hope you don't mind, but she begged me.
Oh, that's okay. I have a hard time saying no to her, too.
What on earth is it?
It's cotton candy.
Cotton candy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, surely there's no cotton in it, is there?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you haven't ever seen cotton candy before.
No, I can't say that I have. How does one eat it?
One pulls a piece off with one's fingers and pops it into one's mouth.
Oh, now you certainly are teasing me. May I try some? Sort of melts away to nothing. Leaves behind a memory of sweetness. I think I need some more of that. May I have some, Leslie Lou? I think it would be a very tasty accompaniment to my aunts. What do you think? I think I took too big of a piece. What do you think? I'm sorry. I'm so much of what pounded.
Well, Stefan's a messy eater, isn't he? I think we
Excuse
should
me?
give him some more.
Excuse me. I don't want any more. But Leslie Lou, Thank you. I must tell Mrs. Lansbury about this. Thank you for sharing. And any more comments from your big brother, and I shall start sharing. I can think of any number of stories from your childhood you might prefer stay private.
Yes, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on now, tell us one. You've teased us.
Okay, all right. Once upon a time, when I was just 2 years old, and I still didn't speak yet.
No, but he walked. He walked everywhere from the day he turned 10 months old.
Of course, I tried to speak, but my uncle kept interrupting me.
Well, that's an uncle's job.
And then one day, these royal guests came over to visit. And just as they sat down, I finally had something to say.
Suddenly, out of the mouth of this little prince, who we had been laboring to get one word out of, any word, came...
Let me. What was it? No, King, that chair is for my cat.
Oh, my goodness.
His first word was an entire sentence.
Oh, see, you're missing the point. See, this is another reason why I banned these stories.
Big green chair in the receiving room?
Yeah.
I knew it.
You remember that chair?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't like it. Helena used to always make me sit in it, and I hated it. It made me feel like I was 2 years old. I wish I could have been there to hear your first words. Or at least, I wish I could have been here last fall when you had to relearn them. I'm sorry, Nicholas. Do you?
Hi. Am I interrupting?
No. But if you're here for something important, go somewhere else and get it.
Ooh. And people wonder why I love my brother so much.
Why are you here, Barbara?
Well, actually, I stopped by for a minor reality check on Jerry Jacks, but hey, it's okay. I'll come back another time.
No, that's all. I'm sorry. Tell me what you want.
Okay. What do you know about Jerry?
He's trouble. I know that. How well do you know him? You're not getting hooked on this guy or anything, are you?
No. I mean, it's not like I've been out on a date or anything with him yet.
But you are attracted.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I could tell myself to just kind of stay away because he's trouble and just try not to feel the attraction, but he's been doing all these things, you know, and it's really not helping. Like, well, you know, when I told you about Lucas being involved in that fire, I guess I deliberately left this part out, but Jerry was the one who went in there and got him out. And, you know, when I found out that Carly flipped, well, Jerry was there, you know, and it was like he understood. And we went for this walk, and, you know, he didn't try to force a conversation or anything. And then at the nurse's ball, you know, he just stood up for me, and he punched out Tony, and that felt really good to me.
Well, I'll ask around, see what I can find out.
Thanks.
You seem to be keeping your head on straight, Barbara. I'm envious.
Okay. So what are you not keeping your head on straight about? Would it be Lucky or Laura?
Well, I made a bad deal, I think, with my wife. See, the other night she took Lulu over to Spook Island for a nice little candlelit dinner with the Borgias.
Hmm. What did you do?
I went over there and I brought him home. And we had it out. And the compromise was that she won't take Lulu to Windermere, but if she feels compelled to have to see the reptile prince and take my daughter along with her, that they'll find a neutral territory.
Well, good. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it sounds reasonable, but she called me today saying that Nicholas wanted her and Lulu to meet him in the park. So I strolled over there. There was a fourth party, Stefan.
So while they were doing that, what did you do?
Nothing. Yet.
Thank you for allowing me to intrude on your picnic.
As if you gave me a choice.
Well, should you have any concerns about how this might look, the jury will be told my first priority is and always has been family. Catherine was to become family. You are Nicholas's family. I'd be far more suspect avoiding his mother than seeing her on occasion. And Empress Leslie Liu, thank you for sharing the royal cotton candy with me. It was lovely.
This was really fun, Nicholas.
Yeah, I'll be in touch. With Mommy.
Thanks, sweetie.
Ready?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, honey. Bye.
Lulu! Hey, baby sister. You've been waiting here just hoping I'd walk by, huh?
My goodness, seeing you today just makes everything perfect.
I'm on my way to a job.
Okay, well, I wouldn't want to keep you. I mean, that is, unless you have a few minutes.
What is that over there, gentlemen, huh? What is that?
It's a grasshopper, honey. It's not going to hurt you. Maybe I should be worried about the grasshopper. I think you ate one once.
Sure that wasn't Nicholas?
Yes, I'm positive. Lucky about the other day, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to.
I know it was a setup.
I would really like to understand. Can you help me?
Understanding what?
Why a wound that your father and I healed so many years ago, before you were born, hurts you so much now? Why does that one word, rape, why does it just erase a lifetime of love? I want to understand why this hurts you so deeply. I mean, how does it change who I am? How does it change who your father is?
It changes who I am. It changes me.
It changes who you are? Please tell me.
There's nothing to tell. You don't get it. I don't get it. All I know is trash I learned from a stranger, you see. The rules in my head, the bottom line stuff, including like how you treat women, protect them, protect you. Because when we were on the run, always keep you safe. It's the first rule. All that came from the man who raped you. The man who was my hero, you know. Every word Dad ever said, I bought. I tried to think like him, act like him, be him. It was never that hard. I always just figured I was wired like him. If I knew Dad, then I knew me.
I'm still listening.
Got someplace to be.
Okay. Lucky this helped a lot. Can we do this again sometime?
I gotta go.
Okay. Mind if I give you a kiss?
I'll see you later, okay? Don't stay out here too late, all right? You neither.
Okay.
See you around.
Thanks.
Well, Laura's not my favorite person, but in her defense, I can see Stefan showing up without an invitation. Maybe she did just want to be with her kid, you know? Like, you want to be with Lucky, like I want to be with Carly.
So why didn't she frost him instead of playing cute?
Well, maybe because frosting him would have chilled her son and her daughter. And besides, when Stefan starts hovering over Nicholas, there's no point in fighting it, you know? Because that man is definitely overprotective. I saw that the entire time we were married.
I suppose.
Why don't you stop supposing? Go home. Give her a chance to tell you the truth.
You think she will?
Yeah, I think the odds are pretty darn good.
So what is it about me that you find so much more interesting than your studies?
Anything's more interesting than translating Cicero.
Nicholas, I'll have you know, Latin is the cornerstone of a classical education. And your aversion to studying it does not give you license to insult me.
Well, actually, I was thinking of you eating cotton candy today. It reminded me of when we were in Rome visiting the bankers, and I saw the gelato stand, and you went and bought me one, and I made you have one with me. And then we walked back to the hotel together while the car followed us.
You were 8 years old.
Yeah. The way you were with Leslie Lou today reminded me of the way you were with me. You used to laugh a lot more. Was it for my sake, or were you just a lot happier?
When you were a boy, your joy, like your sister's, was contagious.
Yeah. Laura seemed to enjoy herself as well.
Yes, I believe she did.
Well, maybe after the trial we can get together for another afternoon, yeah, the four of us.
I'm sure of it.
Good night.
Oh, what about your Cicero?
I'm finished. You can check.
I believe I will.
You bought him gelato on the street?
Yes. He sat all afternoon in bankers' offices on the Via Croce. He signed his full name, Nicholas Mikhail Stavrosovich Cassadine, 10 times. Have you any idea what a chore that is for an 8-year-old boy?
So you did your best to make the afternoon as pleasant as possible for him. Is that what you were doing in the park? Did you charm Laura and her daughter for Nicholas's sake? Or was it a gift? A family for an afternoon?
Nicholas has waited his entire life for this.
You could give him a family for more than an afternoon. You could give him a family forever. If Laura comes back. If you make her come back.
Laura?
Hi.
Hi.
Daddy.
Hello. I haven't seen you all day. Oh, my sweetheart. Oh. Ooh, what's that sticky stuff in your hair?
Oh, probably cotton candy. She ate some and wore the rest home. I probably should give her a bath, but she's so tired.
Yeah, you're sleepy, aren't you? Well, you sleep well. I see you in the morning.
Okay. Night-night, Daddy.
Good night.
I'll be right back. She was asleep before her head hit the pillow.
I take it the cotton candy in her hair was from your date that you called me about. How did it go?
It was really nice. Nicholas made a beautiful picnic. He even had hot dogs for Leslie Lou, and he took her on the merry-go-round. And I ran into somebody I never expected to see.
Who?
Lucky. Yeah, he showed up right after Nicholas left. They didn't see each other, fortunately.
How is the cowboy?
Well, didn't run away from me. That's the first time since I've been home.
Did he have anything new to say?
Yeah, he opened up to me a little bit. He's hurting. He's really hurting a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Please don't leave.
I was just going upstairs. What would make me leave?
I never know what's going to make you leave anymore.
How bad have I scared you, Laura?
Pretty bad. I feel like I'm just clinging on here, like just trying to hold on to something.
Let go.
Dara Jensen is going to steamroll you into trying to make you look guilty. Now, she's going to fire questions at you rapidly, and she's going to try to get you to say things that you don't mean.
She'll make the attempt, I'm sure.
She's a very experienced attorney. It would be best to take her seriously.
Experienced or not, Miss Jensen cannot force me to say I killed Catherine.
She's not going to be that obvious. She's going to ask questions that created doubt in the collective minds of the jury.
I stand warned. Anything else?
Yes, I want to rehearse.
Like you did with Nicholas.
Exactly. It's important.
All right, quickly then. I have other business matters.
All right, tell me, Mr. Cassadine, what is the value of your total assets?
I have no idea.
Really? Well, then perhaps I can help you. As I understand the workings of your family, once your nephew assumes leadership of the Cassadine family, all the monies that you currently control will revert to him, rendering your value essentially non-existent.
I have income, investments. My future is secure.
You recently held an elaborate engagement party for yourself and Catherine Bell. Could you have paid for that out of the salary you make as CEO of General Hospital?
It's hard to say.
What about your recent acquisitions of art and wines? Could you have paid for those out of your own resources? I have the bills, if you'd like to examine them.
My credit is good. This is America.
Even so, would it be correct in assuming that sustaining your current lifestyle would be next to impossible without the fortune you've just inherited from Catherine Bell?
Of course, you would object to this line of questioning.
Of course I would, but it's possible it could be overruled. Now, can I go on? How did Catherine Bell die?
She fell.
Did you try to catch her?
She was gone so quickly, it would have been hopeless.
All right, that's it. I have just asked you a question about the woman you love plunging to her death. Do you think it's possible to sound a little less like a recorded announcement?
What exactly are you suggesting?
I need you to be a little more emotional about it. The jury needs to see that you cared about her.
I refuse to cheapen Catherine's memory with courtroom theatrics, Alexis.
The jury looks beyond answers. They need to see that you care about them. You can't just tell them that you cared about them.
I am an innocent man unjustly accused. That is what the jury will see, and they will exonerate me.
And I hope that's true, but in the meantime, we have to do everything possible.
Oh, really? Then why aren't you trying to prove that Luke Spencer set me up in the first place?
Luke Spencer's not on trial. You are.
Then perhaps you should be utilizing this time working with our investigators instead of play acting with me. Now, will there be anything else?
Yes. Under no circumstances are you to see Laura until after the trial.
Request denied.
Why?
Laura is Nicholas's mother,
You've seen her, have you?
and will continue to do so as I see fit.
What are you doing? I thought I made it clear that any contact with Laura could prove to be disastrous for your case.
The occasion presented itself.
Which is the two of you?
Nicholas and Leslie Lou were there as well.
Oh, God. Where?
The park. It was a family outing, Alexis. Nothing else could be inferred.
If Dara Jensen can insinuate that you have feelings for Laura, that gives you another motive for killing Catherine Bell.
I cannot accept that anyone would believe that.
Well, accept it and fear it. As wonderful as our judicial system is, worse mistakes have been made.
I am the victim of an obvious setup by a man who has hated our family for decades. I will not succumb to giving any credence to these charges.
Then answer this. How does Nicholas profit by gaining a mother and losing his uncle to the state penitentiary?
All right. I will suspend contact with Laura until after the trial.
Thank you. I have work to do at my suite. Are you going to be all right?
Why shouldn't I be? Friday will come soon enough and this whole ordeal will be over with.
Tonight, when is...
Good, you're here.
Is something wrong?
I'm worried about the trial and how I might work against you. I want to go away until it's over.
What?
You know, disappear, leave the jurisdiction.
No, Nicholas, that is out of the question.
Don't you understand? If I testify, I could hurt you. And I won't do that.
Nicholas, if telling the truth results in consequences for me, then so be it. Our lives are here.
I know, but I don't want to hurt you.
You never could. Now you listen to me. Whatever happens, you must not hold yourself responsible. If anyone is to blame for my current situation, it is me for allowing myself to be vulnerable. Now you know better than to make that same mistake, Nicholas. You are the future of our family. Do nothing, especially in my name, to jeopardize that future.
Thanks.
How long-term a job are we talking?
Foreseeable future.
Sure, I got something for you to do if you want it. I have 2 limos. I use myself and a number of cars and trucks that belong to my import-export business. They need to be washed and detailed once a week. How would that suit you?
It's not what I had in mind.
It's what I'm offering. $10 an hour.
Beats minimum wage, huh?
How can I get a hold of you?
There's no phone on where I'm staying.
What about next door?
No. Actually, I've been living out of a old boxcar. It's not as bad as it sounds.
You mean the one in the woods? The one by the old sawmill?
Robin knows where it's at.
They haven't locked you out? I was I was staying there myself until the railroad put a padlock on it.
Trade you?
Lucky, seriously though, I mean, it's okay right now because it's summertime, but in the fall you'll freeze.
I know. I'll have to find another plan. I'll have one. But for now, I just assume my father didn't know where I'm staying.
Your business is your business. Here.
What's that for?
Against your salary.
No, Jason, look, man, I haven't done anything yet.
Lucky, when I left the Quartermains, people helped me. Your father was one of them. Besides, you're gonna need it for supplies, wax, buckets, chamois, the whole deal. Here, give me coffee.
You ready to start tomorrow?
That'll do.
All right. Thanks.
You don't have to go for your guns, cowboy. This ain't no ambush. Hey, I probably could get the columns to match if I used a computer, but where is the gypsy spirit in that?
Thanks, Jason.
I'm gonna go see Michael.
Hey, does the kid show any signs of being a budding axe murderer or in any other way following after his mother?
Well, you can come up and see him if you want.
Nah. What's my kid doing here?
He wanted a job.
Doing what?
Not what I hired him to do, but he's not complaining.
What'd you hire him to do?
Wash and wax my cars.
Oh, thank you. Well, good. I guess that's better than stealing food. I've had these visions of some kind of a shoplifting SWAT team surrounding his boxcar some night. And remember, I'm not supposed to know where he's living.
Yeah. Luke, I don't know what the problem is with you two. And that's fine with me. I don't want to be in the middle of anything. I just did for Lucky what you did for me. And I told him so.
You only parked cars for me for about a day. You're definitely the most distinguished dropout of the Luke Spencer Valley School.
So you don't want to see Michael?
Nah, I got an appointment at the PCPD and I'm late.
Well, if you need a lawyer, Justice is right across the hall.
I got it handled already. Jason, I don't want my kid in trouble. Granted, a lot of people would think he already is in trouble.
He won't get in trouble washing cars.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. And if he needs me, one phone call, and I'm there.